Earthquakes! You've heard of them. There's a good chance that you or someone you know has experienced one. And if not, you might have seen one on TV.
Thank you. Coming up, more problems for a troubled
earthquake.
singer. Yep,
We're having an earthquake. Okay, it appears to have stopped.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump right now to
Look at our cameras behind us.
to the U.S. Geological Survey. Let's get right on that right now. That felt very close.
Very strong.
Yeah, let's get right on that.
But when that news anchor calls the USGS, where does that information come from? And how are earthquakes measured? All earthquakes are measured using a seismograph, a device consisting of a seismometer or a motion sensor, and a seismogram, which is the resulting graph showing all recorded waves. Various types of seismographs exist, but their general function is all the same. All seismographs record in the X, Y, and Z axis. The X and Y axes remain the most active, while the Z axis remains relatively silent until a very large earthquake hits. Three major methods, each with their own particular use, have been developed to interpret seismograph results. 1. The moment magnitude scale. 2. The modified Mercalli intensity scale. And 3, and most famously, the Richter scale. The Richter scale was originally designed to work only in California, using a formula that determines magnitude from the logarithm of the largest recorded wave. Based on the distance between seismographs and the epicenter of the earthquake, the formula is then adjusted to determine the final magnitude. A measurement on the Richter scale will be expressed in the familiar single-digit scale, that is a 5.9 or a 4.0 or a 6.7. But based on the logarithmic nature of the Richter scale, each single point increase, that is from 5.0 to 6.0, equals a tenfold increase in the energy output of the recorded earthquake. Because of this, an earthquake that's measured at 5.9 might be considered moderate and not that big of a deal, while an earthquake measured 8.0 could be considered total devastation and really do a lot of damage to a community. But even though most of us think of the Richter scale as the standard for earthquake measurement, it has actually been replaced by the moment magnitude scale, a scale that more accurately measures earthquakes and works not just in California, but throughout the world. The moment magnitude scale measures the total moment of the magnitude, moment being the product of the distance a fault is moved by the force required to move it. Results in this scale are very similar to the Richter scale, but the key difference is it's much more accurate and it's accurate above magnitude 8. Which brings us to the modified Mercalli intensity scale. Now, the key difference between this scale and the Richter scale and the moment magnitude scale is that this scale is subjective, whereas the other two scales were objective. What this means is the results can be different depending on where you are. To calculate the intensity of an earthquake, data is collected from observations on the ground and information provided by local residents. While two people in the same area experience the same 7.0 earthquake, the intensity might be completely different for each of them due to factors such as ground composition or building construction quality. This reported intensity is then expressed in a 12-level scale, with 1 being not felt at all and 12 being damage total with objects thrown in the air. And that's how you measure an earthquake. So next time you sit down and you're watching a TV show or movie and they start talking about earthquakes and earthquake reports, you'll know the real science behind those reports. Thanks for watching.